and welcome to Film Talk. Today we will be starting something different. We will be discussing something other than Disney Channel, Nickelodeon. Today we will be talking about the film The Social Dilemma and my problems with Social Dilemma, henceforth the title, The Dilemma with Social Dilemma. So basically I'll be talking about the Netflix film, the problems I have with Social Dilemma, social media itself, and then the social media's pros and cons of it all. So basically, social media came out in 2020, I believe. I will double check with that. During quarantine, when everything blew up. I'm pretty sure you know what quarantine is by now. If not, where have you been? So my best bet is that they released this because of quarantine and people constantly kept binging shows and movies on Netflix that mysteriously popped up out of nowhere. People were constantly into looking at their screens, either to watch TV, play video games, or to look on their social media accounts, and then school stuff. But, who cares about that, right? So there were a number of people watching. How many? I don't know. I meant to search it and I totally forgot. So just believe me that there was a very vast number of people watching. Maybe later on when I edit this, I will put the number. Maybe not. Who knows? Yes, the movie discussed the major issues of kids, teens, adults being addicted to social media. It even gave us a short film of how addicting it is by giving us these short clips of a family, and one of the scenes happened to be where the mother locks everyone's phones at the dinner table, and this little girl, if I was her mother, who knows where she would be? Somewhere locked in a dungeon, probably. Whole Tangled vibes, because I'm just going to insert the clip. I can't. I'm just going to insert it.
I locked it for an hour, so just leave it alone. So, what should we talk about?
Well, we could talk about the extreme center wackos I drove by today.
Please,
What?
Frank, I don't want to talk about politics.
What's wrong with the extreme center?
See, he didn't even get it.
It depends on who you ask.
It's like asking what's wrong with propaganda.
Isla!
Oh my God.
There was like this bet of a boy last the entire week. He basically lasted 3 days, which honestly I felt like that was improvement. Like that was not that bad. I thought that was pretty impressive. But I think we all know that social media is addictive, and we've realized that. We realized that either from a notification on someone's platform, if you do have an Apple phone or an iPhone, giving us our daily weekly report of how much time we've been spending on our phones for a day every single week, or some other way. We get it. We just ignore it. Therefore, the story wasn't that all defective, in my opinion.
That's my opinion!
The only thing that stuck with me was the clip of someone or people trying to get a person on their phone by either notifications, pushing more content based on the things that the person clicked on. What was annoying me the most was that they had failed to mention that they listened to our conversations, which I believe that they absolutely do. For example, I was planning to go on a trip with my roommates to Las Vegas. We were talking about Las Vegas for at least about 10 freaking minutes. And all of a sudden, maybe 5 minutes after, when I'm looking at my phone, I'm getting ads to Las Vegas and places to go. And I never even clicked or typed in Las Vegas or anything. But I guess since this is talking about social media, this is a different thing. But I felt like they should have, mentioned that, because it's weird. Because things happen to pop up on our social media platforms as well. Another example is one time I was looking at longboards on Google, and maybe a few minutes later, once I was done searching, I happened to find the ad for the same exact skateboard that I was looking for on Instagram. Like, how? It's scary. Anyway, now I will be discussing the pros and cons of social media. So for the pros, they give you information about news and stuff. If you have a long-time relationship with your friends and family that you do not see every day, and they live somewhere else in the world, you're able to interact with new people, good people. You get inspired. There's businesses that are created on Instagram, or there's certain jobs that you can get from Instagram, and also you can get paid from Instagram, or at least by the ads that are on Instagram. Shall I go on? Well, I can't, because I ran out of stuff to say. We're gonna move on to cons. Cons is plain and simple: depression, self-love / self-hate, and also the biggest thing is the addiction But I think that's it. That's all I can think of. That's all I wrote about in my notes. Now, social media has been around since the dawn of time. Approximately 1997, it blew up around the early 2000s with Facebook, LinkedIn, apparently, and the dreaded MySpace. If you don't know what MySpace is, you're clearly too young, and you're even too young to be on this channel, because MySpace was poppin'. Yes, I used that word and it was a bit cringy when I said it, but it was poppin'. And at a certain point. But RIP to that, with its cringy and embarrassing usernames that many of us have buried deep into the grounds to never be discovered again. Then there was Twitter, Vine, RIP. The TikTokers will never know what a cultured reset that app was. And then the money maker came in, Instagram. Or at least I thought, with approximately 1 billion monthly users are active and 500 million are active on the daily. But somehow, Grandma Facebook is still the highest. There are a different number of the most popular accounts, but Facebook somehow is still at a high rise. My rating, as far as social media accounts go, to me, it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, and then Facebook, because honestly, I don't know that many people around my age that are still using Facebook, but that's how I see it. The biggest issue about social media is the depressive mindset we may have from these apps. There are a variety of what the perfect person may look like. Not just females, males too, with their e-boys, their chiseled jaw lines, and whatever else cringy things guys do on TikTok. Because I don't have TikTok, I don't have time for TikTok. I feel like I'm too old for TikTok, even though I'm still in my early 20s. I just don't have time for it. But when it comes to self-love, it is hard to deal with it when certain people come across your feed, and like Social Dilemma said, the more you click on these Barbie dolls or Bratz models, the more you're going to see them on your social media platform. I don't think they're purposely showing it to you or to us. I think you're purposely doing it to yourself. So what's the damage? Remember, these are all my opinions. Either take it or leave it. Now, like Social Dilemma also said, or at least one person said, he doesn't think this film is going to make all people give up social media. And I'm glad he knows his place. There's nothing more attractive than a man who can stay in his lane. Which is true. We're going to continue to be addicted to these things until we finally not only accept it, but also make some type of effort to overcome. But it's not healthy, and it's most definitely a certain type of drug. Maybe not deadly, but then again, it could be, because there also are suicide rates, people at young ages, certain genders who have committed suicide. So technically, it's a drug. Social Dilemma gave some examples during their end credits, and I'll put it up on YouTube, or if YouTube decides not to hate me, probably won't put it up because it's Netflix, and I'm just going to insert mine actually. So for my examples, I would say to start off with at least one full day of no social media. No socials. Cancel them. To me, I don't include YouTube because I see that as a TV, another way of entertainment. So if you want to keep at least one of those social media platforms, if you have more socials, you should start with that. So let's say if you have Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, and you decide to have one full day of no social media, but you keep one social media. Let's say you keep Twitter. That's the only social media that you're on for that day. All the other ones, you don't know her. You don't know her. Kind of like that. Or just give up all social, if you have the balls to give up all the social media for that day. Another way is to set a timer on your social media accounts. If you don't know how, Google it, YouTube it, because I do not know what phone you have. So I can't help you. iPhone users, if you click on your settings, click on screen time, it's right there. It says schedule your screen times, and you're welcome. Next, as stated from Social Dilemma, turn off your notifications. I know YouTube has this thing with YouTubers where turning on your notifications is the big thing. I'm not going to get into that, but I feel like if you watch YouTube, clearly you are watching YouTube right now. So that's up to you if you want to turn off your notifications or not, because yes, we subscribers are unaware of videos because YouTube doesn't notify you, but that's a whole nother story. In Social Dilemma, I found it weird about notifications and people waiting for that person to get back on their phone. Like, ew. There's different clips in the movie of them noticing that their user is not on their phone for whatever reason. Like, this guy was literally talking to his best friend about some crush he has on some girl that was like 5 feet away. And they were like, oh, this person's not on their phone. Let's just put on a notification so they can get back on their phone, and which the boy eventually did, as well as his friend went on his phone too. And they just stopped having a conversation. When they give you a notification that you've been tagged in a post or someone liked a comment from a post, they're not going to show you what picture it is because they want you to get on that social media and click on the notification so you can get lost in scrolling and liking and commenting. Just because of that 1 or 2 notifications that said you were tagged in a post or someone commented on a post. Like, they're not going to show you the picture because they want you to get into that social media account, which is honestly pretty smart, but it's scary to think that there are people actually waiting for you to get on your phone, or that will try and make you get on your phone when you're not on your phone. It's just ill. Like, I need pest repellent to get you away. When I swipe away from a notification, I feel powerful. Like, I am doing my job and I'm not allowing the other people to do theirs. So maybe you will feel powerful too. Next thing is to get rid of the people that make you feel down. Please, especially on YouTube, stop with the ugly to glow up videos or lose weight in 2-week videos. We all know that does not work. You're going to feel let down because they're not true at all. In reality, those people just have fast metabolism, or they just have a simple thing called Photoshop. I do admire the celebrities or well-known people that admit to Photoshopping, like Tana Mojo, or I think James Charles. I don't really follow any of them, but at least they admit it. For the people that lie about it, like that, once again, another story. But once you unfollow these people that are bringing you down mentally, I assure you, eventually their existence is going to slip your mind. But I know it's hard. For example, one of the biggest celebrities that I follow is Zendaya. There are people I follow on social media and I don't know why. Zendaya, yes, she is gorgeous, she is talented, but why do I follow her? I don't know. I don't want to follow someone just because they are pretty. Yes, she is talented, was a good actress in Euphoria, and she was on Shake It Up, and she's in the Spider-Man movies. But she is not inspiring me to do anything better for myself, other than the fact that I just keep looking at her and think, wow, I am not that pretty as her. Why? Which is not something that you should have set in your mind, but that's just an example. But I do still follow her. For the most part, I follow family and friends and around 20 to 25 celebrities or well-known people. I am now following the advice of Victoriapedretti. I think I'm saying her name right. Hopefully I'm not saying it wrong, but I know her first name is Victoria. She's from The Haunting of Hill House / The Haunting of Bly Manor. And I think that's all I've seen her in for right now.
Not a Tarantino movie with no credits, whatever. but you know, I didn't suck, so.
And it was used in season 2. But there's a video, I will post it on here, of her saying to follow people who inspire you and not bring you down. And this is why she is a queen and I love her.
Nothing I post on my Instagram. I don't think anybody follows me on Instagram because they appreciate my Instagram content. I post about things I care about. I post about my friends. I post about like the art and work that like my friends are doing because I'm really proud of them. And I don't like have a blog or anything, so it's kind of cool because it seems like people want to know what I might do next, you know, and it's a real compliment to know that people want to see more of me as opposed to less.
Examples of people that I follow who inspire me for whatever reason based on my life is Indy. I'm not even going to pronounce her last name because I know I'm going to say it wrong, but she was on 13 Reasons Why, the final season. There's Chris Evans. So honestly, I would like for you to ask yourself why you're following this particular person that you have on your feed, if they're not your friend or not your family member. If the reason is because they're pretty, just delete them from your social media. Watch videos of the effects of social media like this one, and yes, share this with your friends. If you have the balls to do what I did, which is go on all your social medias once a month or longer, if you feel like you have the balls to do that, if you have BDE. If you're anything like the girl in Social Dilemma,
He needs some milk.
I'm praying for you, but you need some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
I hope that I feel like I was talking like all over the place, but I hope that this helps. Comment your most addicting or your top 3 or just your main social media platform that you know for sure you're addicted to. I would say the one I'm having a hard time with, or that I always have a hard time with, is Instagram. Once I graduated high school, I didn't know what Twitter was. I don't know her. And it's a good thing I left when I did, because I feel like now Twitter is just a bombshell. But yeah, I'm taking baby steps with social media, with Instagram out of everything else. Snapchat, I feel like Snapchat has officially just taken its course. TikTok, I've already said that I'm not touching it. Once again, I hope that this helps. Thank you for watching. I'm also gonna post a video of this one YouTuber I recently started watching a couple days ago named Simone Squared, who also talks about social media and how we're completely aware that we're addicted to social media, but yet we still continue to go on it. And as I was watching a video of hers about social media, literally I got a notification asking from Netflix asking how did I like The Social Dilemma. I need my phone to stop tracking me. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't have anything else to say, and I have a problem with ending my videos without rambling on, so I'm gonna say goodbye, and I will see you guys another time. Or hear you guys, whatever. I guess I can't really see. Okay, bye.
It's my parents' number.
You don't have a cell phone?
Nah.
Good girl. The government didn't have to put tracking devices on us. We bought them and put them on ourselves.
I don't own a tracking device.
No. The cell phones. See?
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you'll have one eventually. Everyone's gonna have one. And then it'll be a matter of time.
Before what?
Before they put them in our brains.
The schedule busy, my head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie, my cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10